Today, we talk about...
And we're back. Dope. All right, man. So you just did the top 6. Now it's time for the ugly 6. So what stands out to you as the ugliest piece of shit in this entire room?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I know you just pointed it out to me, and I feel bad picking these, but I don't understand these. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Probably my most complimented shoe at the airport when I wore those to Iowa.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. It's not for everybody.
It's like a little space boot.
But we were talking about this. It's like, you want to be able to buy wild shit sometimes and not have to worry about it.
This is like a ridiculous chain, like a big ridiculous chain for your foot.
Exactly.
So I may actually put these back. You just convinced me on them. You sold me on them. I mean, I'm sold. I really don't like, this is controversial. I don't like these.
Ooh, the zebras.
I don't like these.
Wow. Okay. Any particular reason?
No, I don't really know. I think it's like they're all, I don't know.
Oh, you don't like that? Yeah, a lot of people complain about this, but I didn't mind it at all. And plus, the whole thing is starting to yellow now a little bit, so it's whatever. But Yeezy 350 V2s, zebras.
Let's see. There's so many good ones in here. It's hard to pick.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's hard for sneaker fans to do it.
Yeah.
It's always funny seeing what the comics that don't have a ton of sneakers or really give a shit about sneakers, what they pick. Yeah. It's always hilarious. And don't forget that other wall, neither.
Right. Ooh, I saw you wear these on Instagram the other day. These are cool.
Yeah, but those hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they don't, I mean, look at the bottom of them. See,
a lot of people complain about the spikes on the bottom. I complain about this part right here. Like, the mesh is so hard, it doesn't give. And I went true to size, which a lot of people are starting to tell me, oh, you should run half size up, full size up. I'm like, well, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Maybe if this shit wasn't so limited, I could fucking go to the store and try them on.
Let's see here. No, those are too fresh. Damn it. Thought I had one. I'm not a fan of it. Are these like Balenciaga ones?
No, those are actually Adidas. It's called the Next Level, where all the E's are 3s.
Not a fan.
The idea was to make a laceless basketball performance sneaker. So these are actually a performance sneaker. I actually played basketball in these, and they weren't too bad, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
right.
They held up. But yeah, you're not the first person to pick these, actually. For whatever reason, they don't look that good to people. But what you gonna do? So that's 2.
These are great.
Any Jordans you hate?
I don't really like these.
Really?
Not a fan.
Jesus.
The Concords?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know. They're very plain.
Huh. Well, maybe that's part of the appeal. I don't know.
I guess that's true. I guess you're right.
But yeah, I haven't worn these yet either, but glad I picked them up. These are just a fucking classic. Some people consider this maybe the greatest sneaker of all time, if not at least the best Jordan. But what are you going to do?
I'm controversial. I don't like these at all.
Really?
I don't like the
Vapor Max roll?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Vapor Max at all. So this is nothing this specifically, but just that.
Yeah, this was the first ever one, the OG, which I'm glad I picked up when I did because, I mean, I had to still pay resale for it because they sold out, but the prices definitely started to climb on these. So, and to me, it was just like a way cleaner colorway than anything else they put out, but yeah, I don't know.
It's more about it's more just about this. Like,
yeah, no, I get it.
You're
right, man. Like, if they took this upper and they put it on a, like, I'm trying to think too, like even just like a lunar launch sole like this one, I feel like it would be so fresh.
Absolutely.
But hey, new technology. I'm always trying to like jump on something when they introduce a new technology. Like, the first ever Hyperdunk with React foam, the first exposed React foam, the first
I saw those 3D
first dunks.
The 3D printed ones over there.
3D printed. So the first 3D printed shoe, the first 4D printed shoe, the first laceless basketball sneaker, et cetera, et cetera. So
another controversial thing. I don't really like these.
Damn. Wow.
I don't hate them, but I don't like them.
These are one of my favorite, if not favorite,
I think these look
Yeezy
good.
model.
These look good on.
Yeah, a lot of people say they don't. They're like, oh, these are so hard to pull off compared to the low tops.
I think they look good on. I'm gonna put these back because on they look okay, but just looking at them in the store, I would like, no way.
Well, his whole theme was trying to make like a desirable men's UGG boot, which I think he succeeded, but a lot of people aren't on board.
These are probably something, right?
The Talarias.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first
like
Nike models that they put. Yeah, yeah. that they put Zoom Air in instead of
Regular
Air Max. Yeah, Zoom technology.
How many more do I have to pick? This is
So
the
you
hardest.
have, so far you've picked 4.
All right, 2 more. I really like these, like pastels. These are cool. I'm not a big New Balance guy. You have a lot of New Balance.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
think I own.
I wasn't at
I've
first.
never owned New Balance.
Yeah, I wasn't at first, but then once I jumped on the train, I couldn't stop because like you just come across all these like really slept on models that don't get a lot of love. Ooh.
Too bricky.
Very popular pick on this segment. The Answer 4s by Reebok for Iverson. These were the stepovers. I don't know if you remember.
Oh wow, that's what that's from.
Yeah, when he stepped over Ty Lue in the finals.
Yeah.
This is what he was wearing.
Wow, I didn't know
MVP
that.
season, yeah, game 1 of the finals.
Man,
the
that-
only game that they lost,
That
the
makes me
Lakers.
put those back up there. Then that's a good story.
But hey,
oh
I'm
shit, you have these.
yeah, dude, the laceless basketball sneakers or the self-lacing.
The BBs or whatever.
Yeah, Adapt BBs.
Have you worn these yet?
Not yet, and I'm too lazy to charge them, but I really should.
Damn, yeah, those are sick.
Shit, maybe I'll wear those today. Fuck. I
Yeah,
should probably
yeah.
pull out the charger.
Yeah, those are fucking cool. All right, one more. Patrick Ewing's are cool. I like those.
Yeah, to me, not the prettiest shoe, but again, historic as far as
Exactly,
like,
that's exactly
you know.
it. It's more of like the history behind it. Um.
Although I think you would hate it being a Pacers fan.
I mean, I do. Look, it doesn't, make me feel good. It doesn't spark joy. There's got to be the Adidas over here. These.
Really? Not the first time that's been picked, but it always surprised me.
It looks like it's like 5 shoes put together. Like this is a shoe. This is also another shoe. This is a shoe.
Yeah, I'm into all the layers. I think it looks dope. Alexander Wang B-ball highs. This was the first one that came out. Plus this little touch of gum bottomness with the foam. And it's actually super comfortable too. And I love the use of materials. But hey, I respect it. Respect it.
I like the upside down Adidas logo. That's beautiful.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dope. All right. So any honorable mentions?
No, that was honestly really hard. That was really hard because it's like I like a lot of these. It's very difficult.
Well, for not being a New Balance fan, you didn't pick any. So that's
I know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, well, I don't know. They're all not that they're all the same, but it's like they're all variations of.
Because they're all runners, so like, with the exception of this, which is a high top. For the most part, they all have kind of the same shape. But it's just like the little details in like the sole and the upper.
And the colors you have, I like a lot of the colors. Like a lot of these, like I said, the pastels and like those are cool. These are cool.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Every time I get a model,
These are cool.
I try to get the most iconic colorway of that model,
Yeah.
or at least something that's totally different from something else I have. you know?
Yeah. So
I'm trying to keep it very.
These aren't great.
Yeah, those. It's not a tie, but I think this one, you routinely gets the most picked on the Ugly 6, along with the Answer 4s.
If I could replace one shoe with these, I might replace. Damn. This is hard. I don't know. These aren't super bad, I suppose. And these aren't super bad either. So maybe I can replace them with.
Yeah, we could count it as an honorable mention. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, there we go. I'll send these back. Out of respect.
Yeah, you made some friends again.
Yeah, out of respect.
Anything else?
Nope,
Are
that's
you
it.
good? All right.
Yeah.
Dope, man. Thanks for coming. Why don't you plug
Of
your
course.
stuff one more time for us? Where can we find you?
Matt Bachus Sucks on Instagram, Matt Bachus on Twitter, mattbachussucks.com. Hold My Bread, the podcast. Hold My Bread, the $1 Million Podcast. We're going to make $1 million.
Nice.
And if you give the Patreon, you can come to the party. We're going to throw with our $1 million.
Hey, all right, man. Thanks for coming. And you can also catch him on the podcast that'll follow. And yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace.